Apologies, man. I kind of doing these things over here. Kind of went over it. They always do that. So
Yeah, it happens. I know.
yeah, my man. All right. So listen, I'm gonna tell you like I always tell everybody, man. When I start these one-on-ones, give me the long version of what's going on. Give me the long version.
All right. So me, the mother, she placed me on child support.
Say that again.
She placed me on child support,
Okay.
which is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it is, I had two attorneys, and both of the attorneys never received her financial affidavit during the discovery process. And because I went through several attorneys until I figured out, I was like, F them, because they just wasted my time and money.
Okay, hold on. So I'm make sure I'm hearing you correct. You had two attorneys. Two. Neither one of them could obtain her financial records?
Financial affidavit. They got everything else. Everything was submitted, like the tax returns, W-2s, but not the financial affidavit, because she had changed jobs. And
so how long ago was that?
That was when I knew about it was 9/13/2022.
9/13/22.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so normally what we do here, and I have to say what we do here, because we are, of course, non-attorney spokesperson, so we can't give legal advice. But what we say is what we do here. So when I say what we do here, then that's an option of you can go ahead and do what we do, but I can't advise you to do that.
I got you.
Okay. When an attorney cannot do what he or she, the job at hand was to obtain that affidavit. When that's not done, that's called incompetence. Incompetence is a malpractice lawsuit. And it means that that attorney failed at doing the job that he or she was hired for. All right? Now, you said 9/22.
Yeah.
9/13/22. So that, that's right up there where it need to be, because if they can't do the entire job, bits and pieces of it do not count. So go ahead. I just wanted to make you aware of that.
Oh, yeah, and I already filed a complaint with anyway.
Good stuff.
Attorney board.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I hate attorneys, man. I hate them.
Yeah,
I hate them.
But then when we got to court, the opposing attorney, she had it out for me for real. But so she elevated. Hold up. Let me say what I said. She misrepresented my income, because she stated that I'm on track to make $54,000 a year, but according to my 2022, I only make $50,000. And also it was a fact that the fact that was omitted was that income included overtime, and overtime is not guaranteed overtime. And also, so the number that should have been calculated was my base pay. My base pay at $22.17 should have been calculated, not overtime.
Mm-hmm.
And also, and that was that's the only problem I really had. I don't care about paying child support, because it's my kid.
Right. I'm with you on that.
You know what I'm saying? And if I can get the case thrown out, well, I'm still gonna pay you regardless.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right. Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
When you said, which attorney submitted the wrong information? Which one?
The opposing attorney, because she didn't how when you read the pay stub, she said his own.
Let me answer your question.
Mm-hmm.
Let me answer your question. I'm gonna repeat the question and then I'm gonna answer it. You just asked me, you know how when you submit your pay stubs? No, I don't. I ain't never did that bullshit. So I don't know. I don't know. They asked me, you ain't. No, I knew that from day one. We never submitted income. Never. I told them I never in my life took no pay stub to court. I've never done that. Ever.
Well, I admit she filed a subpoena. So I So
Yeah, they never did that. But here's what I'm getting at. So
yeah,
so the opposing. So you're saying your child's mom's attorney submitted your information to the courts wrong.
yes,
How did that happen? What did your attorney say?
I didn't have one because if she can't get a financial affidavit, brother, I don't need it. Really.
Okay, when was that? When the stuff was submitted wrong?
It was submitted wrong. We had court on the 28th and the 27th, just past Monday. And the attorney that was representing me at the time. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. After the 9/13, the attorney, me and her didn't speak. She said, "Don't speak to her until court." So I was like,
your attorney said, "Don't speak to her until court."
Yes, that's why I had no problem. That's why I had no
Holy
problem.
smokes!
Hey, you can't do. You know what? Fuck it. I do, and I've been filing my own motions, my own orders, all that shit myself. So it was like the 22nd of December. We were supposed to have court, got canceled, and then it moved up further until the 27th.
So now you got court on the 20. Okay, the 27th. You said that just passed.
Yes.
Okay. So what happened? And that's when you're saying information was submitted wrong.
Yes, because she filed a subpoena to get all my employee records or like the records and things like that. Because I try to, smudge the numbers. I ain't gonna lie.
You supposed to. What do you mean you ain't gonna lie? That's what we do that. You supposed to. You ain't supposed to give them the right stuff. It's to the best of your knowledge anyway. So that leaves room for that.
Right.
So okay. So what did you say when she submitted the wrong information?
I didn't say nothing.
Okay. Normally, what we say here is, Your Honor, I object. And then when you say I object, that would have stopped her testimony, and the judge would have had to listen to you.
Right.
And then you would have been in it at that time. But unfortunately, when she say the wrong thing and you don't say nothing, it's the right thing.
Right.
Unfortunately. So did you get a child support order based on her wrong testimony?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, and I filed a motion to vacate as well.
Okay, I don't think motion to vacate was the correct thing to do. What I think is the fact I would obtain the court transcripts. I just did a video on that today. Wow. Huh?
I seen it, but actually, technically, I did record my own court hearing. So, but they said I think that's illegal. But
well, it's not that it's illegal or not. It's admissible. You got to get court transcripts because the courts. That's from the courts. So when you obtain the court transcripts and your highlighted words will be right here, you highlight it and say this is incorrect. I don't know where she got this testimony from. Even if you do, I don't know where she got it from. This is not correct, and you submit that to the federal court, and you file a complaint with the ethics committee and say this is not correct. I have no idea. And then if you want, you can say I have no idea where she got this from, and because of this, I want this thing thrown out. The Constitution, as I stated before, states that a judgment cannot be obtained on 1% of wrong information. You can't do that. Now, as I stated today, when the person came to court and said what they said, you can't stop the thing and say, hey, listen, that's wrong, but whatever, you didn't do that. However, being that it was said in court, the whole testimony, it's the reason why they record. They record. It's the reason why they have court transcripts. So go ahead.
Okay. So, but like, what if they don't have that?
If they don't have what?
Transcripts.
Why wouldn't they? Well, you were in court, right?
Yeah.
Not a hearing officer.
I was going to court nowadays, so but.
So you was in front of a judge?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why wouldn't they? I've never heard of a court not doing it. I personally didn't. Did they tell you before they didn't or something?
Well, I just called because like I see a video and like it was as soon as I seen it, I went ahead and called them and asked them about it. And they was like, we don't have any recordings of that. I'm like, how you not have recordings of it.
Okay, well, you probably want to ask. Here's what I tell people: never ever call them over the phone. You know, as convenient as it is, they're gonna tell you whatever they want. The reason why they would tell you that, they know they know what you're up to. I would go down there or send or write them a letter, ask them in writing. That's how we always did it. We ain't never called them. We ain't never even went down there. We wrote them a letter we tell them there was a court date on February 5th with Judge XYZ. This case number, we would like a copy of the court transcripts, and they will return to in writing on how to obtain those transcripts. That's how I always did it. That's how all of my I did for my clients. That's how it always happened. We don't. One thing I'm not into listening to a lie. I'm not into going down there, being in somebody's face, and they want to show out. They want to deny me because they got the power. But a letter, they got to answer it.
And I can have it shipped and be
Well, listen. Courts don't do it anyway. Normally, there's a company. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you how it works. A judge is just a judge. A caseworker is just a caseworker. People that do court transcripts, they are hired normally from a court transcript company. They don't technically work for the courts. That's a company that comes in. They're sitting there doing that stenography stuff, but they technically, most of the time, they don't work for the court. You would have to call the court company. You would have to get it when you send a letter to the company. Then they would refer to you, like, for example, when I did mine, the course was in New Jersey, but the court transcript company was way in West Caldwell, 30 miles away. It's not at the same place.
Right.
Yeah, it's a different company. They may say, Chris Smith transcripts do ours. You got to contact them. And then normally what happens is you would send them $150 deposit because they don't know how much they're going to use, and what they don't use, they'll send it back to you. Because it's go by the page. So that's the lethal thing about court transcripts. It's like, haha, bitch. Yeah.
But yeah. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So
listen. The thing is, you didn't. When I talk to people, I don't know. Don't feel it's like you're wrong. It's a learning curve. I tell individuals that hire me, you do a one-on-one, then you hire me. Let's start having fun. And the reason why I say that is because the more and more, like you got rid of your attorney, sunny days are ahead if you decide you're going to do it for yourself from this point on. You'll get to the point where you start playing with them. You already got the right mindset. You don't give a fuck about child support. You're just going through the motions of blah, blah, blah. I will fudge the numbers. We got a girl here that does that. She will take a pay stub and jig that mug out and make it look like something else, nonetheless. That's what it's about, though. You got the right idea. So don't feel like you did something wrong. Don't listen to me and be like, oh, I fucked up. No, you just didn't know.
I was like, cause I need to find that proof, because if I find that proof, I'm gonna stab her in her fucking heart. Right. Don't give up. Don't let them tell you, oh, we don't have court transcripts. Bullshit. Like, that's why I asked you. Why wouldn't they? Every court has them. Every court. Because he was saying something with that like, if you didn't hire them, like, you're supposed to have them. So how? That's not the how. Okay. So how we did it? I ain't argue with him because in my soul I felt like it was BS. So I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm just gonna drop it, because at the end of the day, when I find out, it's gonna be lethal. And plus, let's just be honest here. At least the mess I'm gonna pay is $480, because I pay for my son's insurance, so that's gotta come off. I pay for his therapy, that's gotta come off. So I don't really care about. I just wanna. It's just a pissing contest between me and.
No, I got you. That's exactly right.
It's just really is all it is. Because I'm with my son regardless, motherfucker, but you have to make me do what. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't like that. Because every time I make another dollar, it's this little thing behind my, like, you gotta. I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like that.
Where are you calling me? Where am I calling? Where you live at?
Chicago.
Wow. Okay. My ex-wife is out there in Chicago.
I know. I listened to your videos, brother.
He said, I know. And so,
agree with you on some of the things you felt because my ex she like she feel like I don't like her because I don't. I said because like I ever listened to her. Like you remember like you moved from St. Louis to Chicago with my son, and I missed him for all them years. I missed all those moments. And you think what I'm saying? Like a video doesn't. They don't do shit. I'm angry. And all
right,
you can say was sorry. You can't say sorry. Help you.
right.
Starve.
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. I tell my clients and told everybody. I had the first time I had a person that first thing I heard about video thing is probably 15. I've been down in Virginia 10 years, so it's probably been about 12 years ago now. I had a client, and the wife. They were in Jersey, and the wife got a raise. She worked for the IRS, and she got a raise, a $4,000 a year raise, and she wanted to move but however, the job was in Texas, and no, you just took the job in Texas. It wasn't a raise, bitch. You just took the fucking job. Texas was cheaper, and you knew that. So she packaged it up as a rate, and she said. There's six holidays out of the year. She would send the kids back to New Jersey, and they can have endless video chats. And I wrote, he hired me, and I wrote a response, an answer. And I said, there's just no way on this planet a woman and her emotions, a woman and her feelings is going to let a father have unlimited video chats. It's not going to happen. It's just not. One day she's gonna be mad, no video chat. So we oppose that. We don't want that. In addition to that, I put in, she said that she will let the kids come back 6 times a year. She'll fly them, right? I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. This is what makes me excellent at litigation. And I'm not patting myself on the back. This is when individuals hire me, it's the little things that they don't see that I mentioned. So I said, 3 kids. Let me ask you a question. 3 kids round trip from Texas. 3 kids round trip from Texas to New Jersey 6 times a year. How much do you think that's going to cost?
That's gonna cost at least a grip, $1,000.
Nah, it's going to cost way more than $1,000. 3 kids round trip.
You can't afford that.
Well, you're talking about moving to Texas to get a $4,000 a year raise, and it sounds like all the stuff that you were doing will eat that raise up. For example, my client had 179 days out of the year. That's 1 day short of half of the time. Now she's going to absorb 150 of those days. Bye-bye, $4,000. That means you got to make 400.
3 times as much.
Well, yeah, you got to make, so three meals a day, 3 meals a day times 150 is 150, 133. You got to make 450 more meals. Round trip 6 times. Bye-bye, $4,000.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
You spend that on food.
Yeah, you spending that on food. It's not worth it. So I remember but I said, listen, it was a nonverbal, and I said, even though it's nonverbal, go down there anyway, because they always try and go nonverbal, and then they want to change their mind. So my client went down there, and the judge, when he walked up, it was his ex-wife and their attorney arguing with the court bailiff, arguing with the bailiff. And then he walks up, and he said the bailiff is telling her attorney, you ordered nonverbal. Why are you here? You know what the attorney said?
What?
We had no idea he was going to answer like this. Now, when I break it down like that, now they want to go talk. You said nonverbal. Nonverbal means fuck you, I don't even want to talk. We heard that. We black, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many times we heard that? Man, fuck out of here, man. I ain't trying to talk. That's what nonverbal means. Nonverbal means you drop your shit so hard you don't even want to talk. But then when I answered it, they said, oh, whoa, we want to talk. Then when he walked up, he was just standing there listening. And then the bailiff stopped and said, "Excuse me, who are you?" She said, "I'm such and such." He said, "Oh, yeah. Who did your answer for you?" He said, "I hired this advocate group." The bailiff told him the judge was impressed with that. Yo, 3 days later, he came to my office crying with a bottle of champagne. He was Muslim dude. That's why he had 179 days, because he was Muslim. And their family tradition and everything, the courts kept that in concept. Yo, he came to my office crying. Yo, the judge denied her move, man. Thank you so much. I said, man, I took the champagne. I said, bro, I appreciate it, man. I just get the joy of knowing a bitch lost. I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, cause like I paid for his therapy. I paid what, $4,200 for his therapy last year. I took that overtime just to pay for his therapy, and his mama ain't helping. And I did it because like she is taking care of him. She is buying him clothes and stuff like that. So that's the least I can do.
Where do you work?
I do IT work. I work for like Centene. They're a big like insurance company.
1099 or 1040?
1040.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So.
Okay. And I'm just curious, when the attorney talked about your income, what was it?
Because it was because like I worked overtime.
Oh yeah, you said it was 54, right?
Yeah, and no, when she said I'm on track to make 54, the income was never. There's no black and white stating.
Oh, very well said.
54.
Very well said. That was a good catch, brother. Very good catch. I'm on track. Very good. So that's word. We call that wordplay. Court slickery. Yeah.
So there's no such thing as on track. It's either I do or I don't. And
no. That's right. That's right. Listen, get the court transcripts. Anything else? Shit.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I can't get those that's pretty much a wrap.
Get the court transcripts and go back. Get the court transcripts. Yeah. Very good, man. I'm glad you caught that. Caught that.
Look, that's why I recorded it. I knew it was kind of immoral, but I said I ain't gonna find out no way. So, but unless I tell them, right? But I kept listening. I'm like, gotcha, bitch.
Right.
I just need the proof now. And if all else fails, I just go back and show them the W-2. I can argue that myself.
Well, no. You ain't gotta do that.
No, at least.
Yeah. Well, here, I don't want you to get to that because it's called least. What the thing is,
right.
What you want to do is say, in her testimony, she said I was on track to make 54,000. Even lied to him. I assessed hers and mine and came up with this amount. Now, my question to you: I assessed her income and my income, and wouldn't you know? It's the exact amount that I'm paying. You could be lying and say that. They don't know how you came up with the calculation. So you can say to them, problem is, I don't make $54,000 a year. So could she please show me where she got it is as though I make $54,000 a year? Other than that, I would like a downward modification. I would like to be properly assessed for the right amount. That's court talk, by the way.
Right.
That's court talk.
Because I'm gonna read to you what I had, because I've been practicing.
My man.
Let me just say, like, what I use the word a minute. From like let me pull up my computer. It's pulling up though.
Yeah, take your time.
But yeah, so that's pretty much. I was like, and also I use ChatGPT to help me out.
Say that again.
ChatGPT, like if you like, it's like a Google, and if you can like just type in like what's the law about this, and it'll actually spell it out versus going on Google and doing it that way.
It's called ChatGPT?
Yep, Chat. It's a new AI, and like it's all over. It's been all over everywhere. Google trying to buy it, Microsoft trying to buy it.
Right. Wow.
Billions. So
yeah,
it's a pretty good tool, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I never heard of it. So that's good stuff here. Yeah, that's where you're at though. You know, what did they assess your child support at anyway?
That's $640, but they didn't put in my insurance, anything like that. So
right,
that's
of course not.
So I'm gonna have to go back and get it remodified anyway.
How many kids?
So, just one.
One kid. So 640 is one
It's like $320 a month. $320
every 2
paycheck.
weeks.
Yeah. I mean, it's not doable. I can always just grab another side job, and just pay that and be done. But I don't want to because it's not fair.
Yeah. So that's
and people be like, but just do it. I'm like, you do it.
Yeah, that's $160 a week. They got you assessed at $160 a week.
Yeah. I mean, that's my son, but Jesus, they gotta live too. So.
Yeah. Let me break something down for you. Hold on 1 second. Hold on a second. Now, this is what I like to help fathers understand. This is what I like to help fathers understand. Let me see. Okay, the old calculator. So you pay $160 a week, right?
Yeah.
And
well, not yet. It was just ordered, but yeah.
Got you. So $160 a week. So that comes to $22.85 a day. And then what is it that these women say? They say a mother's job is never done. Ain't that what they say?
Mm-hmm.
They say I'm a mother 24 hours a day. Ain't that what they say?
But what's funny about it though, because I asked the judge, hey, make sure that if I'm gonna pay child support, she has to support his therapy session. She has a week, so we agreed on a 60-40 split.
Yeah, next time, whatever you saying, make sure you put it in your whatchamacallit, in your when you petition the court. So,
okay.
But I'm gonna say this: $22.85 a day. That's what you pay in child support. $22.85 a day. How much do you say you make an hour?
22.
Wow. So you pay 1 hour pay a day in child support. Because your child support at $160 a week comes to $22.85 a day. But hold on. They say a woman's work is never done. They say being a mother is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job. So what we're going to do is now we're going to take that $22.85 that you pay a day, and we're going to divide that into 24, because it's 24 hours in a day. So you pay 95 cents an hour in child support. That's like third world country pay. You can't pay nobody in America that. You'll get arrested.
And because guess what? Now, my son, think about it. Now she's ordered to pay the therapy, right? Therapy is $480. We're doing a 60-40 split. Not trying to be funny, but the money that I'm paying her anyway is gonna go back to my child.
Anyway. There you go.
So
Smart.
It's like I'm like, where are you snuffing it for? Like,
right. Where's the upside?
And there's no profit in it.
Right.
And then after you pay his child care, you have nothing.
Right.
So it's like if I go down, it's like I
love
just heard about child.
My man, my fucking man, my man.
You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
said after you pay all that, you have nothing.
Yeah, like
Holy
for real.
smokes,
like,
man.
I ain't gonna put me on child support and pay you back. Like,
Right.
You could have just left it where it was.
Right.
I said, well, put me on child support after he's out of therapy. Then that makes sense.
Right. How old is your son? How old is your son?
He's about to turn 5.
Oh wow, that's cool as hell, man.
So, but I ain't gonna lie though, I have not been the best father. But I mean, I've done more than a lot of men have done. But I know I can do better. But I'm going to therapy for that, so that's my own problem.
Yeah, listen, I told my friend, I told a client yesterday, I was talking to a woman that tried to clown me, that I don't have a relationship with my mother and my daughter. And I responded to her was, you know what? I'll take the advice of both my therapists to help me with both of those issues rather than take your opinion of a 50-year-old chick that got 3 kids by 3 different men and you live in a room. You don't even have you know, you don't even have a house or apartment. You live in a room. I said, so
Yeah.
I'll take what the therapist said as opposed to what you said. So, yeah, therapy is the best thing in the world. I'm glad you're gone because that's what it's about, you
Yeah,
know.
because my attorney told me she was like, you need to go to therapy. Because when I started like just talking about it, like his whole parents, I just busted out in tears. She was
Hmm.
like, you need to go to therapy. Like she wasn't trying to be rude enough, but she could tell like a
No,
man
no,
just
they
bust out in
see,
tears
listen.
like that.
You,
Yeah,
you,
that's
you,
crazy.
we think therapy is a bad thing. That's
Yeah,
why you said, she said to you, I'm trying to be rude. No, therapy is the best thing in the world. I proudly go to
yeah,
therapy.
yeah. We all
Hmm.
got problems. We got things to deal with.
Hmm.
Um, so, but yeah, so basically, what I came up with, I said, so like this was my practicing in court. I said, so when the statement that was presented on track to produce 54,000 a year, the fact omitted was the income was coming only because of overtime,
Well, no, no,
in
no, no, no,
which
no, no. Hold on. Don't say the income was coming. Just say it was wrong. Don't give no
okay,
validation to anywhere near that. Don't don't
the,
don't do that. Don't say, well, it would have been, but that's because she calculated overtime. Just say she said 54,000 a year. I don't make that. Don't. It's called incriminating yourself. Don't give them information to help them hint towards it. So it was wrong. Period.
okay,
54,000 a year. When you make a statement, you must validate that statement. Projections, theories, and myths, it's called hearsay.
exactly. You're right. You're right. So I'm like, you're right, and this is why I need somebody to go over it. Make sure I'm not just telling myself.
Yeah. No, hey, listen. Yeah, you
uh,
listen. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing, and you got the right idea. Your power move next. Simple. Get the court transcripts. Write them though. Don't call them. Write them. Write them. Or Google Google and ask Google what transcripts company do Cook County, right?
yeah.
What court transcript company do Cook County courts use? Maybe it might come up.
Uh,
It come up.
no. The Illinois official court reporter. Illinois official court reporter. This looks like it, but it's like a school. But I don't think.
No.
Uh,
Hold on a second. Let me see. What
getting
company
started.
does Cook County use for their court stenographer?
Getting started. Request for reporters. Which.
The duty of officers and reporters is to record the Canadian court proceeding through this. The duty of office of official court reporters is to record certain court proceedings, either through the taking of stenographer or
Hello.
by notes.
Um,
Listen at this. Listen at this. Cook County taxpayers is on the hook for 1.3 million after court report in court. Cook County's on court reporter harassment. Oh, harassment claim. Oh, okay.
no, from quick as shit. Say no surprise.
Chicago court reporters and stenographers. Our knowledge of professional stenographer court reporters deliver the highest quality of transcripts in every planet depots, accept and continue. No thanks. Planet Depots. Planet Depots. Court reporting in Chicago, Illinois. I think this is it. Planet Depots.
So I gotta call it.
Okay. It says, downtown Chicago, Planet Depots has all your court reporting and legal video interception and trial needs covered throughout metropolitan Chicago and beyond. The office is located down the street from the beautiful municipal park and leisurely 5-minute stroll from the U.S. District Court, just steps away from the Circuit Court of Cook County. Our knowledgeable and professional stenographer court reporters deliver the highest quality of transcripts in every area of law. Maybe they are the ones. Maybe they are the ones too. That Planet Depots. I'm gonna text this to you. You don't see it in your. It didn't come up in your stuff, did it?
I did. I'm on it right now.
Okay, good. Those are probably the ones that the courts use them and they have all y'all stuff. Because it's not done by. I've never known it to be. I've done it for my clients probably about 40 times. It never was the courthouse. They're not.
So technically, he wasn't lying because they don't have it, but it's not there.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's how that works. Hey, listen, man. I'm just glad that I've done this enough that I have those little insight things because, as an advocate, I can't say I don't know. I tell individuals it's my job to crack your head open and shove you, hit you off with stuff you had no idea existed, things you didn't know, et cetera, et cetera. So when you done talking to me, you're gonna say, hey man, that one-on-one was a game changer for me. And if you decide to use my services, then we move forward. But I just want individuals to know that when you do a one-on-one with me, your shit, it's gonna be worth it. And I'm just glad that I'm getting you and pushing you in the right direction. That's all I want to do. I hate females that do this shit, and I hate attorneys. I don't really. The courts is third. Honestly, and the reason why it's them two, the courts don't know. They get fed bullshit, and they don't know. If they were never told bullshit, they wouldn't have bullshit to rule on.
Right, and like I said, I'm not a father. Like I don't want to pay. Like I paid it because one, I got more than enough to pay, and then secondly, with me and her, it's like she wants me to pay for this, and then she go get some expensive service, and then she can't afford it. Then she look at me to bankroll it, and then I gotta work more just to bankroll it, and then she get mad when I'm not around my son because I'm bankrolling your expensive services. Like
that's right. That's exactly how it is. Meaning, I remember I got custody of my daughter, and I went to jail. I went to jail to go see my brother, and I remember, I'm in a suit and tie probably 2 days out of the week, but back then I was in a suit and tie every day. And I remember I went to jail and I went to go see my brother, and I was in a suit and tie, and I was talking to my oldest brother in jail, and that motherfucker made me feel like shit. When I told him I got custody of my kid, he was just looking around, and I said I got custody of my kid. He kind of like jerked his head and looked at me like, the fuck you do that for? I said, man, bump that. I got custody of my kid. He said, no, bro, that ain't your job. That's the woman's job. You supposed to be out getting the money. I was like, oh shit. And he was right. He was right. Damn, he was right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I look at it like, I'm like, she like, you don't spend no time. I said, I do, but you know what I'm saying? He may not look. He a kid now. He needs somebody to, nurture him. But when he want to be a man, he'll come holler. You know who I am. But that's why I'm not gonna abandon him. I'm not gonna be there. But when he cause I grew up poor. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't go to karate classes. We had no money. Couldn't go to boys' school. I ain't like that. And that's what I work 8 hours. I can work 8 hours a week, bro, and be cool with it.
Right. I'm with you. Yep.
So it ain't no big deal to me. But what's the big deal is you got to be fair. I can't bankroll you because you live with your mom and your parents. Like, come on, G. Like, you got a full-time job, too. So it's like, what you doing with your money? Ain't my business. You feel me? But
That's right. Yeah, that's the right attitude.
I don't put you on a credit card. I mean, I gave you access to a credit card. You know what I'm saying? All you had to do, because at the time I was buying a house, I said, just let me know what you're gonna buy before you do it, so I can pay it off quickly. She had an issue with that. I'm moving from a house that's paid off to move to Chicago to buy a home, so I can see my son more often. I shouldn't have to even do that to begin with, but what's done is done.
Wow.
You feel me? So at the end of the day, and look, I done cried, I done went through all that. It ain't changed nothing.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like what you gonna do?
Right. No, that's right. And how old are you? How old are you now? How old are you now?
32.
Yeah. Listen, man. You dialed in real good, man. That's honestly, I don't get to say that a lot. You seem to be dialed in real good, and what I tell individuals, what I tell fathers is more so than anything, man. Don't ever feel bad about don't ever feel bad about the choices that you made concerning your kid, but unfortunately, the choices that you made concerning your kid, we have to process them through the mother. So the love that the father projects towards the child, it gets filtered by the mother, and the mother will determine how the kid receives the love that the father gives. So it's an unfortunate chain of events, but it is in itself unfortunate. So don't at all feel bad, because when it's all said and done, that's her resume.
Yeah.
That's her resume. You can tell your kid, the reason why I don't see you because of her. The reason why you can't do that because of her. That because of her. I ain't do that. Well, I got court transcripts. Or you could just tell her. I want you to be clear about something. I'm gonna tell our son everything. Everything. I'm not gonna be one of them idiots that say keep him in the dark and let you tell your half. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna show him court transcripts. So when you go to court and say, I don't want him to, our child is gonna see that. I would let her know that. Because a lot of fathers don't.
Right. And then, cause I mean, that's how I knew, because my dad, like his own baby mama, she sent that nigga to jail. And I was saying she got a restraining order, get some everything, so he want to see his kids. He went to jail trying to see his kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he don't mess with him because he like, well, shit, if you keep going to jail, see them get fucking kids. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand so I get it, you know what I'm saying? But she's a little, I'm not gonna say she's nice, because she's not. She can be when she wants something. Like, she unblocked me because she needed my help to get my son his passport. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he needs something, she'll call, and he will too. And wow. She really, I just be here, you know what I'm saying? And that's really it. And I'm not gonna be mean to her, because ain't no point. What is the point of being mean to her? You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna divide us more and more and more. The more we get into it, the more attitude I get with her.
Well,
the more I want to be around.
Well, mean is not the father's protocol. I was never mean to my child's mom. Mean is not the protocol. Mean is not even part of the curriculum. Mean is not even in the discussion. Mean is not even in that. So yeah, I get that. I wouldn't want any man to be mean, because that's not in our nature. We're more of the, please calm down. Please, come on, let's be civil. That's right. We're logical. So mean is emotional, not logical.
And that's why I'm going to therapy, so I can check that. Just like today, I did really good. You know what I'm saying? I called her and she was like, well, I'm picking up Andrew. I said, I was just calling you to let you know that I'm here early, so when you come, you ain't got to worry about if I'm not being there or not. Mm-hmm. I'm on time.
I'm going to tell you something, too. I'm going to tell you something, too. Don't ever say, I was talking to my one-on-one just before you. Don't ever tell a woman I'm doing my best. Don't ever say that. Ever. Don't ever say I'm doing my best. Those are the words of a failure. From the perspectives of this. I'm doing my best means you answering to her. I'm doing my best means she gets to grade you. If she decide, it's not, your best is not good enough, then what are you going to do?
Oh, well. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, she got the choice to say that, though. You don't even want her to put her in the position to think that she has the option to say that.
I'm not. It was just because last time I was late, she literally had like a breakdown, and I wasn't trying to do that,
No, I know. No, I get it. I'm just telling you for the future. Like I said, I can't strike you for nothing you did in the past, and I won't. That's hideous. But here's the other side of what I'm saying. Fathers, we're leaders. We're powerful. We're strong. We are. And I learned this from the military. Or if you've seen the movie Crimson's Tide with Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman. And he said, he pulled Denzel to the side. He said, even if you disagree with me, the crew need to hear you confirm the rules right after me. If you got a problem, bite your fucking tongue. But in front of the crew, and that's all it is. It's kind of like you got to be strong no matter what. He was like, yo, we leading these men. And they can't hear you with hesitation in your voice when I make a command. And that's how it is with a father. We are the leaders. Even when we're wrong, we already got the answer to fix it without saying, like, I ain't never told my child's mom I did my best because, yo, you was living with me. Yo, you're asking me for money. You're asking me. I'm giving you a better life. So then my best, my worst, you'll never know it because you're always on my best.
Right.
So you don't get a chance to ever tell me or to grade me. And listen, with me, I was raised from a very strong man, and that is the reason why I went through so much that I went through with my child's mom, because she wanted to hear me say I'm sorry. She wanted to hear me cry out loud. She wanted to hear me say I'm doing my best. She wanted to hear me say, why are you doing this? And she didn't. Even when she was getting me locked up, I shut my mouth. I just looked at her like, you won again. I was just like, no, you will never, ever hear me give you any inclination of victory. You won't hear it. And it made her say, I done did everything. And this is what was coming next. And this is why when I tell people I don't want to have shit to do with my daughter, this was going to come next. Tell them your daddy touched you. Because everything else failed. Everything else failed. And when a woman will get you where she wants you. A woman's wickedness is deep, is relentless. When a woman wants you, it's relentless. It's relentless. It's relentless. And she came to court and she started losing. And then she was like, he gave her a yeast infection. The judge just looked at her and didn't even say nothing. The judge was like, I'm not going down that road because you're trying real hard. And I want to thank the judge for. In my mind, I looked at the judge and I kind of said thank you, because when I was in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, that black nigga shit, that Shaquita shit, they wasn't trying to hear that. When Atia Bradley went to Newark, New Jersey, the ghetto, they wanted that all day. They was all for that. They was like, bring us the nigga shit, bring us the nigga, lie on him, come on, bring it on. But when we was in Pennsylvania, they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
They didn't want to hear it.
You like that sometimes, man. Really?
Yeah. So I would tell you, court transcripts will definitely bring resolution to your issue. It really would.